Alright, here we go! Welcome back everyone to Decisive Campaigns Barbarossa episode number 30. I forgot this is the beginning of the episode. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they're pulling back in this new big Gomel pocket. Can it really be called the Gomel? It should be like Gomel Curse pocket. Gomel Curse Briance. Orel. It's just enormous. So the nice thing is that they're really gonna... Oh yeah, look at this reinforcement going on in Leningrad too. This is fascinating. Oh, this turn might actually require some dissecting. I wanted to say about the Gomel Briance pocket that it's fun because they're going to be running out of supply before they get out of there. So I don't have to... They're going to wear themselves out for me, which is nice. Wow, and that was a quick turn. No attacks, which I'm actually a little disappointed by because we've been winning those attacks lately. In our group, center artillery activity is reviving. Withdrawal of 3 enemy divisions from this front has been confirmed. Their sectors were taken over by other divisions, prisoner of war statement. It has not been established whether these divisions are going south or what else they may be doing. Okay, we have some bonuses. 4th Panzer Group in the north, 3rd, 9th, and 4th in the center, and looks like everybody in the south. We gave von Bach the extra relationship bonus. Didn't matter. Did not get Guderian's forces in there. Funny thing is, 1st Panzer Group is now operating out of center. So they get the bonus. Basically for the wrong army group. Fuel. The only one I'm really concerned about now is south. I'm still concerned about it. 15k is not a lot, and I don't even know if that went up. That might have not gone up, which is not good. Well, it's quite nice that we now stretch from as far north and as far south as this map will display it for the zoom out. Let's get to the history real fast. Try to do this pretty quickly. We have some HQ movement in the beginning, but there are a couple places. I actually don't think that the history itself shows very much. We can just kind of meditate on where the final state of things lie. But, you know, we'll just cover this anyway. I don't know if there's anything important. Remember going through it. Yeah, I mean, this is mainly about these forces withdrawing, and I kept reassuring myself that I won't attack them. Because we can just let them run out of supply and there'll be a lot less casualties. It won't even really gain us all that much. We just need to shepherd them east and then, you know, we can pretty much just shepherd them east and then kill them at the point where they reach the easternmost part. They should already have run out of supply and they'll be easy pickings. So, there was a lot of juggling around Leningrad, but I don't think anything really useful happened. My only real big disappointment of this turn is the fact that they sneak in somebody from Moscow into that one fortification. But we've gotten rid of so many of them that it's probably okay. In fact, we can even cut this guy off and just let him starve out if we really want to. This is also another interesting thing. Definitely is going to be part of our planning and execution for this 4-day period. Is having 17th Army start pushing away. It really is almost like sweeping away the resistance. We'll go from south to north, as probably is already obvious based on our position here. I haven't seen the comments from the previous video yet. I'm just trying to get this one started right away. And there we have it. So let's go on to the stats. Very important, I know. Wow. You know something's going well when you see a big drop of 220,000, which I think is exactly the casualties. 280,000. This is the second largest of all time. Actually displacing our 3rd largest of all time from last turn now is the 4th. So now we have the 4th and the 2nd largest 4-term period of casualties for the Soviets. Like I knew this would be back-to-back, they would be enormous. And my only disappointment is we could have broken the record if we had just decided to attack. Maybe, I think we could have won actually. We could have just done it. It would be a hubris, a total hubris, but it would have been fun to do just to claim that we killed, that many, or, eliminated, took as prisoners, etc., etc., that many Soviet forces in a single turn. But we didn't, that's fine. So let's get on to it. Well, very tragically, this portion of the video did not have audio, so let's just go back and see what happens here, and I'll try to comment about it from my future knowledge, knowing the exciting things which are going to happen during this turn. Knowing that this advancing across that river is the least of our benefits. The good news is I was able to do this at 1.5x, so we're going to go by a little faster. But this is actually really big. We were able to take the fortress just to the northwest or northeast of Leningrad. Looks like I'm trying to talk about low readiness of these units. Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's worth to do this attack. We can get 4 sides on this, but they are pretty highly entrenched, 150. So the question is whether or not we should do it in order to position ourselves starting to surround Leningrad. And I'm talking myself into it because we have the 80% bonus, and it goes very well for us. So it looks like we shattered 1 division, the other 2 were treated at pretty low readiness. You know, it looks like 7,000 or so casualties. All looks good. So this has gone very well. Take the other fortress. That was, I mean, those were 2 fortresses, so fortifications, I should say. Move some people in. And that's going to be really all we need from South whatever HQ, which means the Karelian HQ can continue to push all the way around. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about here, but probably it's that we can break up this group into 2 now and pile on the people there, I guess. Yeah, there it is. So Southeastern HQ is going to stay there. We can see exactly how many people are in one of our guys, the Karelian. So there's only 5. So okay, now there's 2 in the southeast, 3 in the western one of those 2. And southeast is just going to hold the Leningrad front all to themselves. We'll keep pushing over around. We're looking at, I guess, exhaustion there. So at some point I am going to need to rest these guys and switch over their posture to offensive. But, you know, who knows when we'll do that exactly. That's basically it. Oh yeah, just keep pushing people in the Karelian HQ around. Same problem in Army Group North. I don't have audio, so we're going to have to re-record this. We're going to attack Novgorod with my 1st Panzer Group. Got a couple motorized in here, so we don't expect that there will be any problems. It goes well enough for us. We can push in. We can actually do a follow-up attack, which I guess I'm going to do with the infantry. Makes sense. I mean, even though it's across a river. I don't know how this goes, because there are 2 units there. It looks like we did take some losses, but... Oh, I mean, we shattered a division. That actually went a lot better than I expected, so that was good. Next goal for us is to start shifting forces closer to the front. We also have this western pocket to take care of. I won't remember exactly what I was talking about here, but yeah, we also have to take out this pocket in the south. That's actually a big one with 6 divisions still in it. And it's holding up all of 16th Army, so we're going to go ahead and... they're almost completely out of supply, and the readiness is completely gone. It should just be a really easy cakewalk, but let's go ahead. Wow, okay, and that was it. How... didn't even look at the troops, you ding-dong Tortuga? So all I can do is try to report numbers from this sped-up view. This is 1.5x again. Yeah, so let's shift 1 unit over to man the front with Valdai Hills, and then everyone else can head north. I don't even know what we're going to want to defend in the end. Maybe 16th Army should... I'm like already thinking past the end of this turn what we're going to want to do. How many forces to leave south versus north? But yeah, we do want 16th Army to take over the defense of Novgorod. Maybe push up towards the swamp. There's that river to the north that is very easy for the Russians or Soviets to hold at, but if they hold at that river, it's already beyond Leningrad, so I don't really care. We do have the Finnish who will eventually push around from the north. Anyway, so let's just push these guys up as far as we can go so that they can start relieving 4th Panzer Group. And then I guess we should get to this other small pocket we have in the west. And I also, gonna start shifting some forces back to the west as well, so that we can finally go back and take Tallinn. In fact, I gotta remember to switch the card over to them. This is right before the end of the turn execution that I'm coming to you, like the recording person is coming, future Tortuga. So I better go do that. Anyway, might as well just finish up this HQ and infantry. Didn't get them in the first attack, which I was kind of hoping we had done better with that one. But, you know, let's just keep pushing them because they'll eventually be out of supply or too low readiness, and we'll get them. So, yeah, that HQ didn't take any damage, but it did at least inflict some good losses on the infantry, so there'll be less of them to defend. And keep pushing people to the north and to the east. Yeah, again, but with the exception that some of the 18th Army is now going to start falling back to the west. We'll give them the artillery and finally clean up that city. It's kind of a nice narrative, though, having this city that's, you know, behind and held for a long time. It's almost the Leningrad of this alternative timeline. Kill off this one unit. That went pretty quickly. Oh, good. We do have some 18th Army units who can still do this attack, and we'll include the SS Motorized, who's the one who really punched through at the end. It's good to see. Yeah, so I mean, this is great. We're at Leningrad's door, which is even more exciting as things. I mean, by the end of this turn, the situation is going to be very different than where it was when we began. Okay. Excuse me. Move some guys back. Just trying to figure out who can get around to the east here to hold that northeastern edge. I mean, we do have some units, but the armor's not as good to defend in the forest. Oh, we can actually move all the way forward and attack this HQ. A couple of HQs. Get a few free kills. Push them back. I don't really need to hold that hex, though. Again, I think I'm probably talking about the river. Do we really need to be across it? Not really. We'll want to go across eventually, you know, assuming... Actually, I'm not sure, because we might, if we hold all 3 objectives, might end up winning that way. But let's get some people into position so that we can do the full surround attack. Probably not this turn, but next turn. Yeah, okay, so 18th Army is good. They can support the attack on the west end side. They'll probably go and take that city and then come back. 16th Army is going to be the one who wants to march through the marshes. I mean, they don't want, but they're going to. Well, anyways, we're in a good shape to at least begin the siege of Leningrad. So we'll see how that plays out in the upcoming turns. Well, the fun problem we have now that I've done this changing of 1st Panzer Group into the Army Group Center is that there's actually a lot of dependency. So we're going to go, and this is going to be both Army Group South and our Army Group Center, with breaks here and there if I need to like refresh my memory about what I'm trying to do. First things first, in the south, we can move 4th Romanian as far... Well, I want 4th Romanian to take up the river, and I don't know if I already talked about that. Even if I didn't, it's probably obvious. So that's what we're going to do here, is start getting these guys over, and then I'm going to need to like pull out the 11th Army folks so that we know who's who needs to stay and who needs to go. So let's do this one as far south as possible, just because I don't know, I can't remember. So 4th Romanian here. I don't remember who's going where. Okay, let's just try to do it this way. First of all, 11th Army, your headquarters is going down here, because that's where most of the people are going to be. We'll keep filling in. Then we'll move you south to here, I guess. We'll fill in. We'll fill... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just defend the river now. Not really a reason not to. 11th Army. So is there a 4th Romanian who can get here? Yeah, so I think I'll leave this one for one more turn. Oh, it's a 97? No, actually, we need them. We need the high readiness units. So this 11th Army maybe should share. Now, you know what? It's fine. If they want to attack, they're just going to lose a lot of troops. This has good readiness. So yeah, then 11th Army, this one will head down here as well. So we have 4th, 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 4th. And that means you can hop across. And we'll start dealing with 17th Army in a second. But first, let's rescue these folks doing our usual loop. Since you only have 19 readiness, you're going to go up there. But you'll go back here. And you will just barely limp across, and then we need 2 new volunteers. 96 can go over here. 84 can go right here. And the cycle repeats. So yeah, if we don't have... I think we have all these guys. Okay, 4th Romanian, you need to go as far over there as possible. That's perfect. Now you're in range of your folks. And 11th Army is in range of theirs. This is very good. I think we have good... nice consolidation of where we want our forces to be. Armor is not going to be on the front line, not yet. There's no reason for them to be. I mean, I guess they can actually move south. There's no zone of control or anything there, so... Well, you have so many units there, I'm not going to make that move this turn. We'll wait here. Once the bridge is finally built, we'll pour across. Okay, that's all I want to do on that side of the river. moving over, we have 17th Army. Yeah, so I had to pause and think there for a second, but I think what we're going to do is do this attack with everybody who can, is all three of these guys. That's over the limit. That's also fine that we don't want to do it with everyone. I'll pull one of these guys off. And then we'll just do it with one less. The Soviet cavalry is their strongest unit. Because the Cav unit is, especially on the offensive, is very good. 14-18. But even on the defensive is 10-10. Against, I mean, it's, you know, soft versus hard there, not attack versus defense, sorry. But, you know, I mean, I think that it's, yeah. They're a strong unit, and we probably will want to do a follow-up attack. How much did we break them down to 17? And you're at 8. Well, this is probably okay just to do this follow-up attack with 1. Because I do have other designs with our folks. That went extremely well. We're not going to actually follow. We're actually going to hold probably at this road. So it's really nice that we had this minor breakthrough, and the plan is basically just try to exploit it. So that 120 is going to move over here. We're going to do a double attack on this Cav. That's going to give us 5 sides of surround on the other one. Again, this Cav is fighting very well, giving us a little bit of grief. This is only 1-4 as far as the odds go. We will push the follow-up attack, though. Which, are we going to do? No, maybe not, because we can get... This is also a unit which is well entrenched and 100% readiness, so the main plan of the turn was just to absolutely smash this unit. And we're in perfect position to do that. So I'll let the Cav go until next turn. But basically this is 17 Army. They're going to let a little blood here. We're going to take a few losses potentially. And the plan pretty obvious here as well. We're going to roll up the front. We're going to roll up from the flank and move from south to north. Just sweep this entire line away. After that's done, advance to the east. Yeah, it did take some losses there, but I think because of our huge surround and the high, like, you know, the offensive, the force disparity is what I'm trying to say. It still went 10-1 for us, which is good. Because that did not have to go that well. Alright, we're moving who in? I think these guys are all moving in. Could even do one more attack, and hey, we know that some of the forces we... Yeah, I mean, you're available too? Oh, that's... Okay, so we can do a 4-sided attack. Is there any possibility... We could do a follow-up attack on this guy, which means... You can't, though. Dang it. Just trying to finagle things so we can get as many attacks in as possible. This still doesn't seem necessarily like a good idea this turn. I think I'd rather spend my points eliminating that ferocious Cav. Ugh. Well, that you can see that's exactly what can happen in these attacks. And nobody's going to be able to get over there. I think we'll hold here is still fine. We won't do a 3-sided attack against these guys, although, you know, I probably regret not doing the attack here. I mean, based on the losses we suffered against this Cav, I definitely regret it. But for next turn then, we'll have our vengeance. We're 92 as well. This is the unit we beat back. So also the good news is that all of this should be well in range, and I'm going to move even up, and everyone's perfectly in there, which will give me 1 extra unit hex of coverage on this side, so I can do this, and move this unit over here. And now we're starting to look at a good surround of Kharkov. We have some more stuff to move in the north, but I think that this is all, it's a pretty minor push we've done, right? We've only pushed a few hexes here, a few hexes here. But I think that... No, we can move you. It's coming, though. I mean, I think that everyone can see it's coming. The flank roll-up is happening. And if we don't attack these guys... I'm of two minds about it. I don't want to have more casualties, but... I mean, this is, again, I already mentioned it. This is basically 17th Army's time to dig in and get the job done. I think we'll wait one more turn on that, though. I'll spread out forces accordingly. So we know we're going to have a nice attack against these guys, move forward, get 5 sides of surround. I don't think we'll do that. You know, not every turn is going to be only advancing 1 hex at a time north so we can get the 5 sides of surround, but we'll wait on it this turn. Alright, now 6th Army has their own work cut out for them. First of all, you're going to come across and do an attack. Yes, very good. So we don't need to be doing that many attacks, but we're going to be doing a few of them. On this unit, we just happen to want to do a big, massive attack. Get them the heck out of here. Why did I use so many units? And actually, it didn't even go that well. They started at 10 readiness and they still inflicted a casualty. It's pretty bad. I just thought we might as well just have a little bit of fun with this. Most of these units, we have no reason to push back or do anything else. They're going to be, you know, they're going to have their own problems soon enough. But we do want to encourage them to leave as quickly as possible. So we will be doing some pretty aggressive pushing of units. 43. I mean, this does not have very good readiness. I think I'm going to risk this attack. Yeah, okay, that did go well. Another 2,000 down, just to push him back. Mainly, what I'm trying to do is give the 4th Army units a little bit of breathing room from Gomel. I also want them to move forward because 4th Army, the headquarters itself, was already strained to get everyone into its range. So yeah, I think we can even move this one north, which will give 4th Army the ability to do this, shift that way, and we'll just have 2 units. We could do a follow-up here, but then once again we're out of command range. So I think we'll hold. Maybe do this so we have a consecutive line. Looks good to me. So not going to do anything with these forces, basically just going to man the line, and we'll be shipping out of here pretty soon, switching over to this front, eventually holding something. The Romanians kind of gotten the good side of things. They haven't had to do too much heavy fighting since the beginning of the war. So yeah, you're back, you're in. Doesn't really matter, we will move you forward. I think we are actually going to start thinking about moving people across the river. So I guess we'll just get them over here. Only 2 units there, we'll keep 2. Strength in numbers. And only 2 there. Okay, good. Now we just want people to bounce forward. I want this attack to happen though. 68, just attack, poke them across the river. Okay, I was expecting it to go well, and it did. They only had low readiness. So you will just stay there now, since that's all you can do. Let's bounce you forward to here, bounce you to here, you to bounce to here, you to bounce to... oh, huh. Alright. Well, maybe... is there any possibility? I don't think there's any possibility that they could come to these 2 hexes. So we'll go here, we'll drop you into there. You're going to move forward. Let's see who else we have. Alright, good. So we got to Kursk. We don't even need to get this far. We can't go any further north, though, because 6th Army is still restricted to the line. So that means they can't cross the river. But we've made some advances. 14th Panzer can cross if it wants to. I'll probably need to pause and take a look at what I want to go on over there. Alright, so get 6th Army, how far they can take to the road. We'll do exactly that then. 1, 2. Very good, and I think that's all for 6th Army. Let me quickly do some more planning. Alright, well, I actually stopped that session, but we're back. I want to move this guy over here. That's 5 hexes away, I think. And then get to work with 1st Panzer Group. So we do have some motorized units, fuel-using units, I can just put it that way, over here. But I want to move back only the ones that don't require fuel, since fuel's not in like a very good spot. So we'll move back. I think we'll just move back all these. You guys in the same spot? Yeah, you can get there instead. So let's move you over here. And actually, I gotta do this manually. I want to get them over here because that's. Is it here? Where are you? Yeah, so that's the limit still. So 1, 2. I want to do it manually because if you don't, he might go that way. But I want to extend the zoning control as far as I can. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll move everybody though. Okay, this guy, since I mean, we're gonna need somebody to help clean up, right? So let's move this guy as well. And they're just gonna move in, start holding the pocket. We also want to shift these guys south, and now this is where the turn really does bleed over an army group center already. I mean, where does one begin and the other one end when you have 1st Panzer Group straddling both? But I want these guys to move south a little bit, which is just so that 1st Panzer Group can move south by 1. I mean, the headquarters can move south by 1. So all these units could just move south. We have this, we technically can attack this guy from 4 sides. He's only at 74, but I mean, we could do that, and it would be nice to maybe push him back, but I don't know if we need to. Anyway, I want to move up, and I want to do this attack, and if I do all, I'll get both. So no, we'll just pick 29th Motorized by themselves, just to bump this guy up, and okay, that works. We'll just take that. We'll take the territory for free, and maybe even leave 29th Motorized there. Shift the cav south, and probably south again, to make sure we occupy the forest, which is important. We do have infantry which can come and follow this up, and now this infantry can come and take this. Probably there's other infantry. I'm going to leave them there for a second. I might plan to do some attacks over there. Alright, so we've done all of this. This looks fine. Yeah, I think we're pretty set, and I think, you know, let's see. I don't think it draws from this, so we're at 15k here. I guess we can probably get the exact amount somewhere else, but let's go over here and do this attack. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of motorized attacking, probably more than, I mean, I'm not sure we're even gonna want all of those guys attacking. Just funny enough, happens to be like all of them across the, so maybe we'll do this. I mean, we might as well, right? I mean, so we down to 15k. I'm trying to figure out where the fuel draw is coming from. Alright, do this attack with all, and that is 150. That's going to be a pretty big kill, I think. This is the heavy hidden motorized. Great. Yeah, that was just decimation. Lost 200, took down 4,200, 20 to 1. I mean, you need 20 to 1 or such to justify attacks with your motorized, in my opinion. We could move this guy here. I think we'll just move him back. And even you, I mean, I guess you can hold there, and you guys won't jump across. So really now we can move even further south, which means the HQ is stuck there for a turn anyway, so we'll keep our troops here and then just wait. Yeah, but otherwise we don't really need to move our panzers. I mean, I guess this guy can move 1 just to make sure there's a secure line. You can move north as well. Sorry, where's the HQ? Ah, we can't. Okay, very good to know. And you're fine. Okay, good. So that's probably all the stuff. So the other remaining forces down here are just going to continue to rest. Really, I guess that's what they're going to do. And then we're going to move over to this area. So now we can finally close off this pocket once and for all. We can get the full surround, which I think we will. Actually, we don't need to get the full surround. So 68, 68. I thought there was a 67 here. No. Alright, so get that guy so we can get the 50%. Both these guys, and that one. I mean, it would be nice to not attack with all of them, just so that one unit can get, you'll see, I think that we're going to want more forces to push up here. And we'll be looking in a second at Moscow, because I mean, they're reporting there's only 2 units in there. We may end up trying to take Moscow. Hey, we may even take Moscow this turn, which will be amazing. Anyways, let's do this attack, finish him off. Oh my god, there's some losses. That was completely unexpected. I mean, it's hard to be too disappointed. I was fully expecting 0 or 1 total casualties, and we had 6. So, I mean, this was like 4 or 5 sigma from a normal distribution. I mean, that was like, I mean, this was not expected. But, hey, look, we got the kill at much bigger losses than I was expecting, but let me not belabor the point anymore beyond that. Probably should have attacked everyone. I could have shifted everyone over as well to get the 200% bonus. Just didn't expect I needed to do it. Just way too many losses there. Anyway, so the next step is to start shifting the Panzer Group units better, moving them basically towards the opening gaps, and let 2nd Army just fill in right here. So the question is, you can now get there, but you didn't do any attacks. This is what I feared, that nobody would be able to get here, because this is plains. Why was I don't know why they're having such a hard time getting that far. But let's do it this way. You're at 84. You're at 100. So let's get the 100 up here. This one can just move there. Get somebody to populate the front over here. I think we'll move one additional one up to the north, just so we have, eventually we can fill in over at the top. And we're going to start vacating this front right away. I don't really expect any counterattacks. Usually those go our way anyway, so it won't be a big deal even if they do that. That's a weird problem that we can't squeeze through that gap, but okay, let's start looking here. It's showing us 2 units. It's also showing us this Moscow garrison is not like anything, which I don't believe for a minute. But I'm going to be aggressive and move this unit over like that. And I guess we'll move you here. Forget about this unit with the fortification. I mean, I just don't care. 30 and 50. So up here, 75. Yeah, so this is still what we're going to do. Let's see. All right, now we have better eyes on. This garrison unit is not a weak one. We have a lot of reconnaissance now, so we were pretty confident about them having around probably 10,000 forces, having close to 200 entrenchment. But I think I can still... Yeah, we have 2 motorized here. I think I can still get like a full surround on these guys. I get you... You? No. Okay, so we're gonna have to do play a little bit of games here. Or can you help here? You can move there. Move there. We're gonna do it. We're going for it. Moscow or bust. Here we go. By the way, you have enough that you don't. You definitely don't. But we could do this as a full surround. We can attack the Cav with other panzer group. And by the way, we need to make sure that we have... That's 70. That's 70. So I'm going to take the lighter units, because we're gonna need to control this corridor at the end of the day. And this unit may end up just staying where they are, because I don't think any of my infantry... I don't know why, but they can't... I mean, they only have 60 action points. Why do they have so little action points? Severe fatigue. Okay, well, that explains it. I forgot 3rd Panzer Group is still on Blitzkrieg, which should also give them a huge advantage on this attack. So that's good news in the end. You know, it's probably a little too greedy. We don't really care. Tortuga, don't be so greedy. We need the extra action points, probably, just to assure that this is a kill. Alright, it's 266 to 108, but we got 150%. I'm not confident in that. I want more. We need more. Who has more troops? They both have 5,000, so take the lower one because they have the same number of troops. So essentially we're risking less tanks. I don't know. The motorized is what's going to get this job done. The extra tank division is not going to really help that much. Let's go. We did it. We have taken Moscow. Oh my gosh. And we really didn't take that many losses. 2 Panzer IIs, 1 Panzer IV. I mean, it wasn't like no losses, but considering we knocked out 72, not conscripts, but real Soviet infantry. A whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, we took Moscow. This is incredible. I have no idea who should even go in. I mean, I guess the motorized needs to go in so that they can do the defense, the better city defense, and honestly, some of the armors can be better off defending outside. But your only choices are to move in or not, but that's okay. I think we'll move this one in. Don't see there being any reason to defend down there. If I can attack, good, I can. Okay, can I attack? You might even move north. What is your deal? No, you can attack, so we want you to do that. This is tough. Tough. Okay, so you can attack from here, and you can attack from here. So we can do a 2-sided attack. This is the garrison which we already attacked. The cav, which is fresh. But I want to push these guys. You know, actually, I gotta say, the thing I actually want to do is that. I want to get into that hex. That's what I want. They're in the plains right now. If I can take away their fortifications. So let's move here. I know this is really going to suck. Because I'd rather do the attack, but question, won't I take that hex? No, but I won't be in it. I might take that hex if I attack this unit and they move back into here. But better to just hold it directly. Okay, well, we gotta scan. Like, can we actually even... Can anybody... We might have a problem here. If this guy moves out, can anybody defend this line? Do we need to? Yes, we do. Wait. Dang it, you can't get there. You know, it's funny. I think that our only choice is to do this. Okay, let's move you here. Wait, somebody's got to be able to get through. I mean, you can get through. You're going through then. Okay, that actually settles it. They're out of command range, but you know what? I don't really care. And actually, you know what? We'll do this attack over here. Just push these guys forward. One hex. Barely did any damage to them. Jeez. Is that worth a follow-up? I don't know. But now we can shift one. And we're now supporting that unit. Very well. Very well done. I would love to go even one further because, you know, this is forest territory we're talking about. Now we can actually get here. Okay, so there and there. Now we can do this attack because I think we can do it. Oh, you're actually attacking. Oh, if that's the case, then why don't you move around? It is plains, so I do want them to do the attack. All right, let's do it. Up top. All right, we ran out of AP, but I think in the end it was still a good idea to do this attack. Reduce their readiness even more. They'll be ready for a follow-up attack next turn. Basically, we want to get our action points back. Only lost 200. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was worth it to do, but, you know, I'm glad that we got here. I'm also now realizing that this unit is very likely to be cut off because we did not succeed in this attack. That's okay. I don't know what they're even going to consider. Well, we'll get you back. Don't worry, 18th motorized. We'll if they cut us off, it means less units that are going to be moving in to defend the fortifications. We'll try to look at the silver lining. This line otherwise doesn't have a whole lot of attacking to do. In fact, I don't want to move them any further east because there's this 66th Soviet rifle division here is threatening to move west. I'd rather them not start cutting off territory behind our front lines. It's kind of a pain to recover from it. So let's go back down to the south part. I just got carried away, and I'm glad I did, and we did that. It's pretty amazing, but... Wait, you can move? Oh my goodness. But you can do an attack. Okay, let's go for it. We did it. Okay, so we shattered the cav, took one Panzer II and one heavy infantry. I'll take it. And look at that, really massive losses. Would have been even better if we just attacked with everyone else, but hey, the really good news is that, oh, look at that. Now we have it under control. Great. Okay, so, by the way, is my HQ, where are you? Because you're in range. Oh, you're not in range. You're going to have to move north by 1. So now we got everybody in range. And I'd like to hold this territory, actually. So, I mean, I know I could move him into Moscow, and he's only defending plains, but I still would like to hold this. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what my gut's telling me why I would need to do that, but we're going to do that anyway. Okay, so let's maybe get the infantry further north. And that is that. Okay, so now we're again going back. Oh, yeah, this is now to the southern part. So this whole line of Soviet forces manning the front, well, good for them. And they're, you know, holding the west side of the river, not even the east side of it. So it's easy to attack them when the time comes. But no, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I don't plan to bother with them at all. What I do plan to do is to shift my forces south. And I think you can move all the way over here even. We got marsh here, so it's kind of hard to move through because you're either moving maybe all the way around. No, they're probably just taking the huge 10 action point penalty for zone of control the entire way down. At least until here. Yeah, I mean, that is the move. We'll do here, I mean, I could move into the city itself, but if I happen to attack this, I don't know if I will, but if I do, and they get pushed back, then it won't be 20 action points, it'll only be 10. So, now, as you might actually be worth keeping, man, we have so much stuff in this area. But I do plan to do an attack on this unit just to clear up a little more space. And we can do that attack from a bunch of different people. One sec. Okay, yeah, first of all, off camera, I just did a count of this pocket because somebody very kindly asked me to do that in the last episode in the comment section. So I got 148,000. That's around, you know, not calculated with a calculator, but just doing math. Like this would be 5,000. So it's probably fairly accurate, plus or minus 1 or 2,000, and that does not count the number of units we already, or the number of individuals we've already taken out during this turn. So with that, you can put that well over 150, maybe 150 to 160,000 in the. I'm calling it the Gomel pocket because that's where the westernmost point was, but it did. You can call it the Gomel Orel pocket. I think either of those are acceptable. I mean, you can even call it the Brian's pocket. Who knows? Somebody probably first mentioned it as the Gomel pocket, and I latched onto that. Call it whatever you want. All three of those. It can really only refer to one thing, right? Okay, anyway. So, a couple more things we can do this turn. Just, why not punt the blank HQ that's by itself? just to annoy them, really. So we'll just do the twice attacks with the 18. Oh, there we go. We got a shatter out of it. Fantastic. Technically, that isolates this pocket even more. All that really means is that these guys are going to have to work harder to go further east, which is great. I'm completely fine with that. Don't worry, we're going to fill in the lines here because we do have 4th Army units out of command range. I want to bring them back. Where are the other ones? So otherwise, I'm not going to do any attacks. I was even thinking about doing this attack. I was planning to do it even. You know what? I talked myself back into it, though, because I really do want to do it. So we can move, yeah, so we'll move you here, and we can do 4 sides of surround. I mean, this is a pretty good attack. Do all, and then we'll immediately take off the infantry, of all things, but yeah, it's fine. This unit is at 100 entrenchment, 100 readiness, but I'm just expecting that 80% bonus with the heavy hitters that we're going to hit them with. In fact, it's really, oh wow, you have no movement. Okay. Then let's, we already covered that, so let's just get these guys in here. You can't get there. Okay, that's interesting, and you are gonna go further. So you go here then. You just go here, I guess, and then you go here. So that's as far south as we can go. That means, yeah, you can go just dart along the line, and there. 2nd Army is done, and we want to move you a little bit closer as well. Let's not put you in the marsh, because then I guess it's harder for supply technically to reach the HQ. But you can't do this attack. That's okay. You can. No, you can't. Why are all these guys such low readiness? Is this because... I guess they started... Oh, I've already moved them south. That's the only explanation. Okay, well, I mean, I still think we're fine with the units we already moved down here. So we take off you, and you. Oh, and now we have a purple we gotta take off. Where are you? Okay, we'll still do this attack. I think it's, you know, it's 5 to 1 with the really heavy hitters. We might take some losses. They're completely unnecessary. Quite a few losses. Really didn't need to take those, but 3 Panzer IIIs, and that's actually pretty bad. But look, from my perspective, hopefully this is like the other front theaters at this point, that we've decimated them, a huge pocket gone, and hopefully it's only a matter of time. We just roll over the rest of the forces that's left. I shouldn't sit here and try to justify poor decisions. I don't know if that was a poor decision. What I would say is it was a calculated risk that didn't go well. Maybe it didn't need to be made, but I also think it's, you know, I've been very conservative about my casualties the whole series. And probably at some point I just have to step up and just allow my units to take losses to finish things off. Maybe we're at that point, or at least I guess that's the justification I'm starting to use. Okay, no, one of my guys, I swear, yeah, there it is. I knew somebody could reach that open hex, which I definitely wanted to get to. You know what? Fuel's really no concern if I have no other units which can get down there. Yeah, well, why don't you move here, because that will close that gap. I don't know what you're going to do, frankly. Move to Orel. I mean, probably I should pop you back across the river, but I actually want you on this side so that we have somebody on that side, just to have someone on that side in case I need it. Okay, good. So you guys, well, you actually need to move further south. So let's get you into the city. That's a good move for you. You have 2 good units here. You actually want to move south as well. Let's have you... Really, we can have you here so we can start using Guderian's forces just on against the pocket. Well, I mean, I guess even here, because Second Army is going to take up position to help the other place in a second. Okay, that's good. Since neither of these units can really do much, don't really need to move them. And we'll hold off on an attack on this guy, since every turn they should just get weaker. Yeah, we already moved somebody here. You can move all the way over here. Yeah, that'd be great if 4th Army ends up doing this attack instead. I'm completely okay with that. We'll have 4 sides of surround for next turn, and probably can swing 5. If I can find... Nope, that's it. I can just do this. 1. Yeah, we might not be able to get 5 sides, but at least these 4. It's good attack, especially against units that are kind of entrenched and all that. Why not? Okay, so I think that's it for the entire turn. Because 9th Army really isn't going to do much. They don't have to do much. All they need to do is sit and hold while Moscow gets taken. I need, like, champagne. You know, this is Moscow. It's... You know, when it happens, and this is... I don't know if this is how it would happen in real life. I kind of think it would be. You know, you're just one foot after the other. You're just attack here, move forward. The next thing that opens up, that's where you go and you do. Like, I know that Moscow is hugely important. It's just hard to stop and really blare the trumpets about it. But Moscow has fallen. I realize that. I don't know how to talk about it in the moment any differently than just any other hex I'm taking. But we'll see what kind of repercussions that has. I don't know. I mean, things are already a mess for Army Group Center. What it means for me, though, is although I was starting to position 1st Panzer Group pretty far forward, I don't want these guys here at all anymore. Now I really want them back in Army Group South. So we'll make a big effort. That's in fact what Guderian's forces need to start doing immediately, is getting in better positions to move south. So let's do that. Let's start pushing them a little bit further south. I'll even take the extra action points to do those kind of things. That one I'll leave because somebody should defend that hex. You can. Yeah, I'll do this even. So let's get everyone further south, eliminate these guys as quickly as possible, and then... Well, I mean, mostly it's just... Forget about eliminating them. Just replace 1st Panzer Group so they can go back to Army Group South, and I can remove their permission to enter Army Group Center. Alright, I did rethink this a little bit. I'm actually going to start pulling these guys back as basically as quickly as possible, as I was already mentioning. So I'm going to let these guys take even free territory, just to get some of these motorized out of here that much faster, because now I really know that we just really no longer need to be over here. So we'll leave this one little gap. I don't think they'll be able to close or at least go beyond it. They probably are going to start losing some supply pretty soon. That's a chunk of territory for them to grab. I'm not too worried about this, but we got people who will be able to move a little bit further next turn when... Oh yeah, and since you moved a little bit south, now we can expand a little bit, I guess. I'd rather have you go into the forest there. Maybe... I can't really do anything more than that. Just drive south, I guess. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But I'm not really sure what 1st Panzer Group is going to do. I'm now kind of reacting without planning. Although, yeah, we definitely want this guy. He's not going to be doing an attack across the river or anything like that, so we'll just better position him so that next turn he has more action points. I'll need to figure out what I want to do exactly, because 1st Panzer Group basically has to to store enough fuel. And does that allow us? It does, to go one more. As long as you can move back, which you can, thank God. Oh, you'll be out of supply range. But you know what? I'm okay with that. We'll lose 1 for this. 1 guy out of supply range is doable. We'll get the cab back next turn. Yeah, okay, so that was just a quick update, because I need to figure out where 1st Panzer Group is going to go now. We really don't need them, but they'll probably do something... Let's do something fun, like maybe go down and take Voroshilovgrad. Voroshilovgrad from the north or something. I don't know. But we're going to have to do it without like taking too much fuel from here, because that's a long way for trucks to go. Well, all told, some stupendous gains this turn, and really none of them better. None of them can be better than taking Moscow. 18th of September, 1941. I think that might have been quicker than even the Germans dreamed of taking it. And it really kind of happened strangely, right? It just happened to be that we took advantage of an opening. They left it under-defended. They still had 1 main garrison and that secondary, weak unit. The garrison was at full entrenchment and everything, but boy, if you're up against the full might of a panzer group, and all you are is 1 or 1.5 divisions, not surprising it went the way they did, even for an entrenched in-the-city defense unit. Anyway, reports. Captured trucks, we're going to go ahead and split it, as usual. Wagner, not too upset, that's good. Not that we really need this, but we'll take the extra trucks. I mean, look, at Army Group Center's now accomplished its objective. We'll just continue to eliminate Soviets just because it's part of the war, but no longer any supreme objective there. Missing Vodka is kind of a sad one. We're going to phone him. Hopefully we take the extra 70% chance. We got it. So got better staff efficiency from that. Division Commendation. I didn't do these ahead of time, but this is fight for the Commendation. We're not going to... Where's our... We're in... Yeah. Oh, we can move to Luga. Well, actually, yes, I do want to do that. We're in Jakobstad right now. Yeah, we'll absolutely move to Luga. Sorry. We'll do it. Okay, that'll take a little while. Armored rail conversion. So they're working on the Kaunas. They have reached Pskov, and they want us to know if they would keep going or switch over to this one. Oh yeah, just keep going at this point. No point in switching back now. We're not going to relocate Army Group North, or are we? Ostrov. We could relocate to Luga, which is going to shut down everything for a little while, but we don't really need it. I do think Luga is a better place. Our trains, though, well... Depends on if we care more about our trains. I think our trains need to be taxed more, so let's go ahead and choose Luga. We'll do it. Army Group Center, I don't think we'll be making any switches here. And we won't be making any switches in Army Group South either. And that will be the turn. Okay, here we go. What will happen this turn? Oh, they're trying to break out. That was 2 to 0. Another attack. They also did not break out there. That was Orel. Oh, okay, that was the ones trying to go across the river. Huh, so they did try to break out. That's good. Moscow? No, there's just no way they can get to Moscow. Oh, dang it, that one guy, he did push behind enemy lines. I'm going to have to go back and chase him back. Really hoping that wouldn't happen. That's exactly why I did these attacks, but, well, gonna have to peel someone else back. Anyway, General Brenecka on the phone. It was impossible to supply 16th Army with ammunition today. More rain. The attack on Nobeldorf's group must be postponed once more, and no new date can be set. Owing to ground conditions, 253rd Division cannot attack from the south. 16th Army must submit a plan indicating the line on which it proposes to conduct its defense. Defense? Moscow captured, alright. The Führer wishes to inform you that he is thrilled that you have thrust a stake into the heart of the Soviet bear. Oh, good. Our relationship has improved by +20. Fantastic. We get 18th Army in the north, 3rd, 9th, 4th, and 2nd in the south. No. Wait, no. So no 2nd Army, 2nd Panzer Group. But otherwise, pretty good. And then looks like everybody in the south again, which is great. We have more fuel in the south. That's the really important one. Everything else is just fine. I mean, north, like, what's the Panzer Group even going to do up there? Sven and I spent the afternoon on a foraging party. We got a farmer's milking cow. Should be enough to feed the entire platoon. The farmer charged us, waving his scythe, and I had to prevent Sven from shooting the Dorftrottel as well. I met a mother holding a baby in the street. She ran away from me and tripped. When I helped her and the baby back up, she bit me on the hand. I don't know what to think. Wow, it's good. I mean, it's really good, those entries. I think they establish this connection that war is hell, because it's just a bunch of divisions and everything's so sterile at the level that we're looking at it from. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll do the history and the stats, but, you know, why not? Oh my god. But why not a sneak peek? That looks great. Anyway, until the next one, thanks for watching, and take care.